Reinstall that and we're good to go. So 1 second. Okay, so there we are. Got it there. So we have a knot tied in here now, and a double knot actually. You know, Dave said, and I believe also the book said, tie a double knot. So, you know, because you don't want to be back in here doing this crap again. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off the slack a little bit, and then I'm going to take my lighter again and warp the end and see if I can just make this thing pretty much untieable by melting it a little bit. So let me go ahead and I'll cut this off and burn it. Okay, well, I got the knot tied and put in place, and the rope warped and whatnot. Warping is when you burn a string to keep it from fraying, or you know, you kind of melt a knot together or melt the end together. I did that, as you can see. However, I just made a serious freaking noob mistake. I forgot to thread this rope through this hole here, you know, because I can't, or I'm sorry, where's the hole? Forgot to thread it through that hole. So now I just have to cut the stupid knot I just made off and do that again and lose, you know, a valuable inch or two off my rope. So be forewarned, don't be a noob, don't do that. Okay, so I got the knot back out. Let me cut it off. I just wanted to show you my favorite tool, pretty much of all tools, is my Klein angle-headed diagonal cutters. The head's angled so you can pry stuff. This is actually a tool that an electrician uses to apply Romex staples out. So that's when they have the angle head. However, the diagonal cutters, they're known in short as dikes. Unless you're on a union job with women, then they're diagonal cutters. But you know, when you're in here in the backwoods like I am, you call them dikes. And so dikes are just fantastic. They'll cut anything. Well, these right here are, you'll notice Klein pliers. Sorry, I just wanted to tell you real quick. Klein pliers have different colored handles. The light blue will cut the most, hardened steel, anodized crap. They're the toughest, so always buy the ones with light blue handles. They will cut anything pretty much. And they're just awesome, best tool. And they have the little tiny nose so you can get in a real tight area. So these are not just some lame wire cutters like your mom has in the second drawer in the kitchen. No, this is a serious tool. Klein tools, they're made in, come on now, whatever, made in Chicago since, I don't know, like the 1800s or something. Fantastic tools. So anyway, I'll use that. They're great for cutting anything, and they, like I said, they cut anything. They give you a really nice controlled cut. And let's see here. I didn't quite get all on it. There. And there you go. So we'll thread that, back through here, through there, melt the end, tie a knot, etc., etc. So so basically, if I was to thread this rope through the hole and then thread it into the hole in here, tie the knot, then there would be no recoil pressure to recoil the rope back in. So what I need to do is drop this thing in there, is my understanding, and spin it so that I get six or so complete spins. Then I'll try to lock this thing down with my channel locks, or or if I had an assistant, I'd have him maybe hold it, and then that way I'll have 6 complete spins of pressure from the spring on there. So that way, if I let go, it will go and spin up really quick and suck the rope back in. So I'll do that. So what makes it hard though is that this little hole is way down in here, and it doesn't really line up at the exact right angle. Not like that, so I could just feed it through. So I'm gonna have to probably put a little wire, I'll put a little piece of string or wire through there, when I start it, bend it up, spin it around, tighten it up, and then I'll have like a little piece of wire that I can tie onto, and I'll thread through this, tie my rope or tape it onto that little wire, and then try to fish it through there, pull it through. And all the time while this has vice grips holding it down to keep it from losing the tension that I wound up into it. So let me see if I can finagle something like that. Okay, right now I got it wound up 6 times, and you can see I have the vice grips holding it in place, and it's kind of done real loose because I don't want to bend anything up. So, and I got my hole right here, and then here's my other hole. I forgot to put the little piece of wire through for fishing, but I can certainly do that now because I have a nice little big space over here and push it right through and curve it up. So let me give that a try now. Okay, here we go. I have my little piece of string to fish it through, or my piece of wire there to fish it with in place. And I have my piece of string in place. So now I'm going to tape this to that and try to tape it in the way where there's no real resistance, not a big head, and then fish it on through. And there you have it. We're in. I pulled the wire off. Good to go. So now I just need to tie me a knot in there, warp this end up nice and good so it doesn't come on or start fraying. And then we'll start putting these little parts back in. So let's have at it. Alright, and there we go. You can see I have the string. You can see the knot down in there. The string's in place. These right here are back in place. The little pin things that hold them. So now I will put those pieces back on. I'll remove my vice grips before then. So actually, let's see. Put a little tension on this rope, so I don't want this fucker just flying off. Let's see, this might be a bad idea, but yeah, it's not so bad. And it should just roll right on up. Blam. That's I like that. So see if I can get the rest on and see what happens. Okay, there you have it. So let's see if I can get it back on the 3-wheeler and see if it works. Okay, well, here we go. Got it installed, and it's good to go. My 3-wheeler, if you watched the video yesterday, I worked on the carburetor, and the little float switch is fucked up, so I thought it was just not seated properly, but it turns out it has problems, or the float that's holding it in place is having a problem. So the carburetor is actually completely filled up with gas. Let me drain a little bit, and it should start for a second, but then it'll run rich and die. So I'll drain it just to let this thing turn over a second, just to show you that the tool starter's working. Alright, let's give it a quick start before it fills all the way back up again. Well, anyway, I promise it'll start. Just got to fix the gas issue, but you can see this thing is working well. It's in place. It's rolling over. Things are good. So anyway, thank you, Dave, from Dave's Farm, and thank you guys for watching.